Hi. Yeah, sorry about that. False alarm. But you can stay standing because I think we're going to get him right after we do the introduction. I can't thank all of the volunteers enough for being here to be of assistance with your visit today. We're sorry that it's a little crowded in here, but that just goes to show that Dharma is relevant even now, even here, even in this place. So thank you for bringing your sincerity and goodness to this place and making it feel wonderful in here. So thank you. And thanks for your patience with the fact that we're having a day. The speaker today is Lama Karma Drodhul. He was actually born in Tibet, and he came to the United States in the early 2000s. Either the late 90s or the early 2000s at the request of his teacher, the Venerable Trungpa Rinpoche. He left Tibet and came to the United States to teach. His uncle is the founder of our center, Khenpo Rinpoche. Lama Karma came to the United States to be his helper and attendant, and ended up becoming his translator, ended up becoming his assistant, ended up becoming the men's retreat master at the 3-year retreat center, ended up becoming the president of KTD Monastery. He's done so many different tasks to benefit the Dharma. And those of you who know him know that he has a good academic background in Buddhism. He's memorized a number of texts, and he reads really fast. So what he's going to do today is he's going to give us a general talk. He did not say whether he would sing or not. That might happen. But we want to invite you to be with us and to listen to his talk today and to look inside yourself and see your Buddha nature. So thank you very much. Again, stay standing because he's going to be here in a moment. By the way, my name is Kathy Wesley. I work here. I forgot to introduce myself.
Tashi delay, everyone. It's a Tibetan way of saying auspicious, well-being, prosperity, and everything. Once again, so happy to see many new friends, and I know this morning program is 1 hour, and before we talk about Dharma talk, I would like everyone to meditate, thinking that this morning session is for the benefit of all sentient beings. May all sentient beings free from suffering and cause of suffering. May all beings experience happiness and cause of happiness. So in Buddhism, whatever we practice or teaching is for all sentient beings to liberate their suffering. So please meditate on compassion for 1 minute. You can think of, certain individuals like your loved ones or friends who are suffering. You also think of them, may they free from suffering, or pets like cats or dogs or other sentient beings. All right, so traditionally we do one prayer, so we do a little prayer, and then after that I will be giving a little talk, and so we start on page 3. Do je jan jen de lo na ro da ma ba me la che je gam bo ba do san je da ka je ga ma ba che je je ba de na da de da za ba de ba zo sa la ja che la nga nye be Nyamen Ranga Tambu Gajula Soande Kajula Ma Jubanze no Nandra Jenjila Shelo Ganje Kambra Sombaye Senagala Chaye Membanda Cendre Dunda Chebe Ganje Nye grajemba once again. Tashi Dele. I had a wonderful time to play with the kids this morning and talk about a little bit of my story, how I grew up. Also, my name is Lama Karma, and I would mention a little bit about Lama because one L, not two L's. And actually, I also can't know how to not to get speech from the Lama. You know what I mean? Like sometimes if you don't know how to deal with the Lama in the animal form, they might do like that. So my strategy was not looking at him or her and walk together, and then they don't do that. If you look directly into their eyes, they might do that. So anyways, I remember a few years ago, I was in Wisconsin visiting a Dharma center, and my friend Lama Tsutomi, he has a friend who lives there. His name, he passed away, but his name was Bob. And, he's retired and always go out with, hang out with buddies and playing cards. And so he kind of casually told that we have a Lama at our house. Then everybody looking at each other, a Lama? Yes. Then they said, someone said, who does the cleaning? No, it's a Tibetan Lama. He cleans himself. And so Lama is like a little bit of title, someone who did like 3 years meditation. And 3 years, you don't really lay down, sleep. You sit up in a meditation box and sleep. And I always make sure put some neck support. Sometimes like this, a little bit dripping. But the idea is that in Buddhism, that no matter who you are, like the historical Buddha, he wasn't a Buddha at the beginning. He was a normal person. Of course, he was a prince, was high rank, and yet he discovered that things does change, and he didn't see this everlasting happiness. Happiness is very temporary, with so-called material possessions or powers or such. So then he slowly discovered that everlasting happiness can be discovered through your own innate wisdom, as known as Buddha nature. And so he meditated like 6 years without stopping. And so he achieved enlightenment. So that's the history of how Buddhism emerged. And after he became enlightened, and then he began to teach that no matter who you are, because in India, those days, maybe nowadays, it's like a society is built based on concepts, and there was concepts about if you are a different caste, then you are, not qualified or such. But and Buddha actually kind of taught that the equality that everyone, no matter who you are, whether you are king's family, Brahmin's family, I mean, Buddha was a king's family, and he didn't see the differences between any castes or families because everyone has suffering, and the king's was not exceptional. And so that's how he break the boundaries, and he taught the equality about any practitioner, anyone who meditate, you can achieve enlightenment. So that's why I think, sometimes like when you talk about meditation, and is that a Buddhist thing? People ask. The Buddhists teach the meditation, but I think meditation is universal, and that's why, like, I'm also a family person. When your child is like wild or yourself, you say, calm down, because that's meditation, calm down. Everybody knows that if you are calm, and there's, wisdom to it. And so today, I will speak a little bit about a mental and physical well-being, how Buddhism look at it. And as I mentioned, I'm from Tibet, and my mom gave birth to 10 children. That's 10. And living in a little black tent, square black tent, everybody sleeping. My mom used to say, you sleep closely so it warms you up, especially winter time, because all the winds, everything comes through the black tent. It's made from yaks here. And that black tent, square black tent, I'm not so good about measurements. I won't even try. And so that's the bedroom, pantry house, closet, storage, kitchen, shrine room, and bathroom is everywhere outside because it's an open place. People go out and pretty hard life, and but what I discovered is that there was like, I feel tired, I need to have privacy, or it's too much noise. No, there was no mention any of that. And there was no like, I feel sad or depressed or depression, sickness. And quite happy, truly, this, shows that the happiness that we search for is not dependent on materials. And if that's the case, I don't even know what's iPhone number now. It's like 16 or something, iPhone, right? And you wouldn't, buy the next iPhone. What's next? You're not satisfied what you have. Especially as a meditator, in Tibet, a lot of people, most people meditate. My late mother, she was quite sick for like 10 years, her arthritis, all kind of sickness. And of course, as a son, I always kind of worry, and I always ask her, how are you doing? And one comment she made, was very touching and very relieving, because she said, smiley, with smile, physically pain, but mentally very happy. So physically, she's, her hand, the fingers, like, what do you say, freezing through the arthritis? Yeah, a lot of pains, and her joints, but she's always smile. She's so happy Where that strength come from? It's not come from materials, but it's come from loving kindness, compassion, and meditation. And so in Buddhism, there's four things, four different foods for our health, physical health and mental health. Four different food there. And the first food is not always like actual food, but first food is actual food. Food is necessary to survive, be healthy, but also it is mentioned that when you eat food, you divide your stomach three parts. One is actual food, and second is drink, and then third is should be empty. So don't eat too much. You must make empty your stomach, because that's how you can be healthy. If you eat too much, it's not good. And then mentioned that not to eat too much, especially in the evenings. It's not good for your mind. When you wake up in the morning, your mind is not clear. And then second food is sleep. Now, sleep is extremely important. But too much sleep is also not good for your mental health and physical health. And so it is recommended to get up early, go to bed early. But also taking naps. If you take nap, if you take 1 hour nap, if you are exhausted and if you take 1 hour nap, that's too long. You may wake up with a grumpy mood. But if you take 15 minutes nap, that's as we say, a power nap, right? Power nap. Of course, not recommended when you drive. And so that is the sleep is necessary. But in Buddhism, when you go to sleep, we don't sleep without conscious effort. Today I sleep because this body in Buddhism talk about a precious human birth. It's extremely important. Now I have this precious human birth. I want to do something good for myself, my loved ones, especially for the society. So I want to survive. So tonight I'll be sleeping for the benefit of all sentient beings. Of course, there are a lot of visualizations. Sometimes we recite compassion mantra. This morning, I was singing the compassion mantra to to our beautiful children, and how we sing in Tibet, in Tibet, high plateau, on mountain, we send prayers, compassion through sound or through, ears, and we recite mantras, sometimes singing, of course, before you go to, if you sing, you won't be able to sleep, so I won't recommend to sing so high. But normally we recite Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, also mantras. So basically, the point is that before you go to bed, don't try to sleep with the positive compassion or loving kindness and calmness mind. So not only benefit for sentient beings, but also when you wake up, you won't have a bad mood, I'm pretty well known about bad mood when I wake up in the morning. And sometimes I'm not sure if it's me or, it's common when I wake up in the morning, like you worry something. Just, no reason. And a little bit of fear or worry or something. And because it's all your own mind, so you can also transform that by, the moment you wake up in the morning, and I'm just so happy I'm still breathing, because there are so many good things going on. So you say, I'm so happy I'm still breathing. And the first thought of the morning could really take you pretty much whole day if you have positive thoughts or negative thoughts. So when I discover myself that if I, wake up in the morning in a little bit of worry, and then I begin to kind of analyze what I'm worrying about, and sometimes you can't find it. I don't know why I'm worried about. But if you don't analyze, maybe you just wake up in the morning and just have a little bit of worry and fear, and then walk around, and then you just have a bad day. It's not about a bad day. It's how you did not shape your mind. So that's why you have a bad day. And of course, a lot of us are dependent on coffee. I like coffee, but I don't like to drink every day because without coffee, I can't have good mood. And you never know if you make a coffee that may not bring you good mood because sometimes you spill coffee on your favorite suit or something and you get mad and maybe it tastes not so good. So it is very important in the morning. When you wake up in the morning, you think like that. I'm so happy I'm still alive, and I'm one of 7 billion. Now maybe like 8 billion, I don't know how many population. I'm one of the individual, and I want to bring something good for the community. I understand that nowadays, people do protest about world peace, but sometimes it's important to start with you instead of like protesting and shouting world peace, world peace on the streets. And then third is exercise. Exercise, taking walk, massage. Your body needs all of this, especially when you are sad or depressed, and all we want to do is just watch TV or YouTube or all kind of stuff. But personally, sometimes I feel a little bit sad or something. What do? I just clean up room. Wash dishes, laundry, just to get busy. When you clean up your room and everything organized, it actually connects your mind. You feel mood much better. So taking walk, nowadays people have like 10,000 steps. That's my goal, but I always make to 5,000. But in Buddhism, we also have like, doing prostration, and so just go out and get some fresh air. And, this is more than ever, take care of yourself, not so polluted your mind by all kind of news or such. And, our own health, mental health, and physical health, and taking care of our loved ones, it's our responsibility. And then through that, your own kind of meditation, calmness, compassion, able to, benefit other beings. And then last, the Buddha's teaching about the 4 types of food is meditation. They call samadhi. Samadhi means, if we look at our society and what scientists talk about, 90% of our health issues come from mental health, because people are, a lot of people are very, keen to go to gyms and exercise, etc. But when your mind is so stressed, and I think then that kind of cause us not to be able to sleep, in bad mood, and then, it imbalances our body, and that's how we kind of experience a lot of health issues. And so meditation now, the samadhi is, there are many types of meditation. I know we have, Lama Kathy and Lama Tom and many other spiritual instructors, and you probably receive a lot of teachings. And so I give a little, talk about shamatha meditation. And the first, the physical posture. Yeah, the way you sit is very nice. You seem like you did meditation for many years. Because there's 7 posture of meditation. It's related to overcoming the 5 negative emotions. So 5 negative emotions is anger, jealous, uh, pride, attachment, and ignorance. And so the 7 postures of what we call Buddha Berocana. The first is crossing your leg, just like you are sitting. And there's like a Vajra posture, which goes like this. So it's a little bit hard, but crossing leg, the way you sit is good. And through that posture, reduce jealous among the 5 negative thoughts. And then second is your hand. Generally, you put under your navel, and then 2 thumbs not touch to each other like this. And it balances your physical posture and overcomes hatred or anger among the negative emotions. And that's the second. And then third is spine straight and shoulders slightly, shoulders open, which means not like this. When people are a little bit sad, go like this. So your spine straight and shoulder a little bit slightly open. Immediately, if you are, in such dullness or feel, very sleepy, and through that posture, feels a sense of awakening or a sense of refresh. And it is said that through that meditation, able to disappear or reduce ignorance. And then your neck slightly curve or live as it is. Sometimes when you do meditation and people begin to feel a sense of clarity or emptiness, and then tendency to go your head back. It feels so good like that. So you want to make sure your neck posture is not going like this, but slightly curved, which overcomes or reduces attachment. And then your eye gaze, with shamatha meditation, you look straight or look slightly, gazing down down to the ground, and also your tongue is to touch the palate. And it is said that your mouth, slightly open or a little bit of smile, express, so that especially the eye gaze, reduce the pride or arrogance. And these 7 postures can also, according to the meditation teachings, can heal if you have those long-term sicknesses of your stomach pain or other things, because a lot of sickness come from imbalance of the 4 elements. And so through these 7 postures, balance your the earth element, water element, fire element, and wind, especially wind. Winds travel through your body correctly. And so I would like everyone to maintain these 7 postures. And also, if you are not so comfortable with the hand posture like this, sometimes you put your thumb like this and on your knees, whichever is comfortable, and totally physically relax. You can eye gaze, sometimes you can close your eyes if it's better. So your physical body, absolute strength to heal a lot of your sickness within your body. So relaxation of your physical posture is very, very important. So then you feel a sense of lightness of your body, sense of lightness of your feeling. So naturally brings your mind calm. Those of you who sit on chair, or still you can do the remaining postures. Wherever you go, sit in the office, or even you take a walk, you can always, walk with spine straight and relaxation of your body. And then with mind, there are many, many meditation techniques, and I will teach you one of that. Is you might feel sometimes, so much anxiety or stress, feelings, all of those. But the actual, your organic mind, your actual nature of mind is always silent, always pure. So no matter what happened a few hours ago, a few moments ago in your mind, does not interrupt your presence of your mind. So you're resting right now, right this very moment, right this very presence as it is. So your actual mind is in silence. There's no thoughts involved. All the thoughts, emotions on surface of your actual nature of your mind, just like turbulences and on the ocean, but the actual ocean is very calm. So through this meditation, whenever you have thought arise, you totally welcome, because they are simply shell of your mind. They are just temporarily arise, but they always dissolve into the vast and silence and innocent of your actual organic mind, nature of mind, which is wisdom. So never afraid of having thoughts, simply welcome them. And then when you are aware how the thought arises, and then naturally dissolve into vastness of your nature of mind, just like clouds in sky. So if you, in the morning, before we are rushed to go to work, I recommend to do like a 5 minutes meditation. And breathing exercise meditation is also very important, apart from just resting your mind. But one thing is that we all go through, like fear or anxiety, sometimes like overwhelming. And also, I would like you to check, if this is actual your mind, if this is real or you. And maybe through your meditation, you discover that there's behind the scene, a depth of your mind is beyond emotions, beyond thoughts, even like the highest intense moments of your thoughts, but doesn't disturb your actual mind. And so if you can do a little meditation every day, it is recommended to do short meditation and many times. And sometimes people say, oh, it's hard to remember, but they never forget to eat, how many meals you eat. Or sometimes when you go to bathroom, you have a lot of reminders. Especially the most greatest reminder, most valuable reminder could be the thoughts. Every time thoughts arise, because people say, I want to empty my mind. It's impossible. But you can empty your fixation, because we are fixed on something that is not exist. And so through this meditation, common meditation, I think, so your mind is more clearer, more calmer, and then you see things a little differently. Oh, this flower is more beautiful than before. Oh, this my clothes. I thought I want to buy a new clothes, but it's actually very beautiful. There's a lot of positivity comes out simply because your mind is calm, and then you begin to have compassion towards other sentient beings, because whether you like or not, somebody going through mental emotions, and you've been through that, and maybe they don't have these methods of doing meditation, and you feel a sense of compassion, as all sentient beings want to free from suffering, to experience happiness, and then your surrounding environment change, especially your loved ones, they can feel a sense of something, genuine and comes from you, and then they want to learn something. So that's how you can help each other, and your neighbors, your friends, or whoever, everybody needs that. And then to my point earlier, is that, everlasting happiness. The everlasting happiness only can occur if we are able to transform those negative emotions into meditation. And so then you may have more satisfaction, because there's a very well-known great master. There are many great masters, appear in Tibet, and one of them is great Milarepa. and who meditated all his life in a cave, different caves, including Mountain Kailash. They were so cold. He was wearing only one cotton cloth, and he was singing 100,000 songs out of joy. So generally, it's impossible any individual could survive with such winter storms, but because of our mind, when our minds focus on either negative or positive, it has limitless power. So if you do meditation, I think one problem I normally discover is that we are a little bit impatient. I want to have the result now, now or never. Our meditation doesn't work because I did meditation this morning and it was very not so good. So, you have to be consistent, and we wish to be happy and free from suffering. So the cause of happiness is, overcoming the negative emotions. And that's pretty short, could be pretty short, and can be pretty handy. And I don't want to too much mumbo jumbo, blah blah. So I sometimes discover that through caution answer, you're more beneficial. But I do take this opportunity, and we have outstanding lamas and Lama Kathy and Lama Tom, and they also did 3-year meditation. And please continue or whatever. You never ever feel that if my question is strange questions. There's no such thing. We all on same page, and want to be happy and free from suffering. So try to help each other. I think it's very good. So my aspiration or wish that through this teaching that you may take it, give a try every day, a little meditation, in the morning or maybe a few times a day. And especially as I mentioned, once you experience a little meditation calmness, and then you feel more compassion to others. And if you see your friends, families, come to you, or they are a little bit grumpy or saying bad things such, and maybe don't translate it into something like, oh, what's wrong with him or her? Instead, oh, she or he is suffering, and I want to help. All right, any questions?
There are 2 question microphones.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
I have a number of people that I hold very dearly and very close to me, and they are dealing with addiction, long-term chronic addictions, and for example, some of them I don't even recall seeing them without being under influence. Without being under the influence of drugs. Lately, with everything that I've gained in knowledge, I've tried to help as much as I could verbally, but I'm running out of option. It's not working.
Right.
Do you have any advice for me?
That's a wonderful question. I think it's very common to a lot of people, and maybe everybody has some degree of addiction to food or whatever. And first of all, I think in Buddhism, if you are a practitioner, you do your own daily practice, make the Tara, the female Buddha's mantra, Amtare Tutare Ture Soha. So you can think of them and pray for them. You can write their names, and send prayers. And secondly, different methods. Sometimes gentle push, maybe you kind of. I think you did try. I think you mentioned you did try, but maybe strengthen your own meditation, and maybe they see something from you. They can sense something. Why she doesn't have to have all those, while she's so calm, and and at the same time, it's pretty hard for us to really overcome suffering of all others. So that's why we pursue our own destination of enlightenment through meditation, because like Buddha did, even Buddha was Buddha, he couldn't liberate all sentient beings. If he did, we probably won't be here. So I would say three things. One is, pray to Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, especially the Mother Tara, and recite mantras and pray for them. And sometimes we have tradition to light lamps, or Sangha members to recite special prayers and sponsor pujas. And secondly, as I mentioned, if they live, with you, and then you see, sometimes what I discovered is that, I have some friends, others, like, they may not interested at all with meditation or all of those. They may have special interests like sports. So I also talk with their language, and so they feel like very supportive. But mostly, like, when they are suffering, and if you have friends or families that they just talk nonsense, sometimes happens because of the emotions. You just be there, listen, be there, patience, and we do our best. But I think also don't be too sad if you can't help. Yes.
Hello, Lama Karma.
Yes, sir. That's me.
I had a question about the teaching on the four foods.
Four foods,
So with the meditation, that being a kind of food, I've also heard it from other teachers. I could be wrong about this, but they mentioned the first three, and they mentioned meditation as an aspect of the fourth food. But it was broader than that and applied more to entertainment or anything we busy ourselves with. So my understanding of it was, if you could watch TV, and that's kind of like your
watch TV.
Yeah, it's not meditation, but you're inputting something into your mind. Instead of teachings, it's entertainment. I would think maybe listening to Dharma talk would be like that. And then meditation is also like that. Is that correct? Or does that sound right to you?
Sometimes I have a hard time to get a clear answer. And maybe Lama can clarify something.
I think I understand the question. Let's see if I understand it right. I think you're asking if meditation and relaxation through entertainment is part of the fourth food that he was talking about, right?
Perhaps. Yeah.
Is that close?
Yeah, that's about right.
Oh, meditation. Another word, like you can sit on your couch and eat popcorns and watching a movie, and then try to combine, try to meditate with that.
Well, not meditating with it. I would think of it kind of like, you have junk food instead of healthy food.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Yeah, junk food. Even like the first among the four foods, the first food is not mentioned about junk food. And I think this case, food for our body and mind means something healthy. For like samadhi, samadhi word is in Tibetan Tingyen. It's very, very precise because what does Tingyen in Tibetan means? Tingyen means always, always silent. No matter how much you think you are stressed, how much you think you have anxiety or depression, but your actual mind's always silent. We are only stressed or anxiety simply because we don't understand that. So if you meditate, most of us, looking for something. I want to be calm. I want to, I want my mind calm down or peace. So the more you look, you can't find it because there's nothing to find. Your actual mind is always silent. So that's why in Tibetan word, tingye means absolutely silent. No matter how much emotion you experience on the surface of your mind, but your actual mind is always silent. Then Zen in Tibetan means maintaining that silence. So why it's become food? Because there are many stories that, like Milarepa, as I mentioned earlier, he doesn't eat solid food for months, only meditate. Because if somebody is a good meditator, they absorb into meditation. And there was a story that one of Milarepa's disciple, and Milarepa gave him teaching about shamatha meditation, and then he meditated in next to a little cave. And then when he arise from meditation, and then they said, "Oh, you arise from meditation." He said, "Oh, I thought I meditated like morning. Why, maybe like 12 o'clock? Why it's 9 o'clock? Why time went back? No, you meditated a week." So that's why it's a special food. Food doesn't have any side effects, Junk food does. Junk food.
Thank you, Lama Karma.
Yeah. Hello. Hi, Jess.
Hi. I have a question. I struggle with shame in my life, and so does my mother. So do many people that I know. As a beginning practitioner, do you have any advice specifically relating to poses? Anything that could help people overcome shame?
I think you are very courageous to say that on microphone because a lot of us, having a hard time to express it. I think we all carry some kind of shame, in our mind because as a sentient being, beginners, we always make mistakes. I myself have a lot of mistakes I can think of. When I was little, I remember that I was very wild. I'm more mature now. And unfortunately, I was too wild to go after animals, wild animals or something, hurting them. And I have a lot of shame on that. So there are a lot of things. So I think recognition is very important. And in Buddhism, there's no such thing like, oh, you made so many mistakes, you are not qualified to practice. So especially when you do confession, first recognition and a little bit of regret, regret what I have done, it's very important. Then you can purify. Your purification is very, very powerful. So thank you. That's a wonderful question.
Thank you, Lama.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 12:30, right? Mm-hmm. All right, thank you so much. And I'm only beginner meditator, and please follow more instructors and continue your practice. And on behalf of community and your own health. And lastly, I would like to dedicate this morning session for the benefit of all sentient beings to achieve enlightenment. May there be peace in the world, all the wars pacified, and all the animals and all creatures free from suffering and cause of suffering, and all the victims of plane crash or fire and earthquake, so many things happening, and we sincerely pray for all of them. And by reciting on page 31. Bon appetit. Lunchtime. Thank you, everybody.